Hi guys, my name is Gabriel Ahuramira, and today I want to take you through the database projection on how to create data, update data, and how you can insert data and also delete data. And there are several queries that we can do it. This is my PG admin interface, and this is my database. Now, one thing is that if you want to know if the database is it is full, one thing is that you actually, select your database. Once you've selected your database, like for example here, I'll come to the schemas, because when you click this, it goes down. I'll come to the schemas here, and then when I come to the schemas, I'll come all the way to the tables. And right inside the table now, you can see here by the number, these are actually 6 tables that have been created here. So one way is that if you want to create the tables is by use of queries, and if you want queries, you just simply can right click the table and find where it's written query tool. And then once you click, it will bring you to this dashboard here, this interface here. And this is where we are going to, create our queries or write our queries. Now, one thing is that if you want to know, select a few datas and you want to know where the datas are actually, located, you use this query. I like using them so that they can be in full caps. So the select function is whereby we can select a certain area where we can actually have the data. Like for example, if I select the column name and then I'll put there, and then I say data, okay, type, and then I will say from, this is the data type that this is within the column and the data type that I want to select, and now I'm going specifically to that data type. That's why I'm using the word from, and then I will go in this data type called information underscore schema dot columns. Okay, so this is where these datas are, and then within that frame, I will have to select where I want to which table, where the table is. So I will say table underscore name, which is equals to brackets, that is exclamations, then I will say account. Okay, then finally, don't forget to put this, they are called hyphens and all that. So when we run this query, like if I click here execute, you can see the query has run properly, and it has displayed all the data here. It has displayed all the columns and the data types of all of the within these tables here. Now I would like just to insert some of the data here. So if you want to insert the data, you will use this query, insert into. Okay, now we want to insert data into this specific or some of the specific accounts tables. So I will say account, then I'll put brackets to define. Sorry, this one is too going far. So I will say insert into this table here that is called accounts. So I will say account, and then I'll put bracket, and then from here I would like to define different fields, how different fields I want them to appear. So in each table, it has to have the first name. Okay, then it will have to have we'll use account last name, and then put a comma there. Then I will use another account, of course account email, put a comma there, and then I will say account, of course it has to have a password. Okay, so within that I will head back here and then look for values that I need to put into this table. So I will insert values. Value number 1, the name. Okay, the first name, which is Tony. Okay, then value number 2, the second name, which was Tack. Okay, and the second value is actually the email. So the email was Tony. Let's just assume it is Tony@stack.com for us to know it's an email. And then the second is the password, which I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man. Okay, and then from there we can put those exclamations there. Don't forget to put those exclamations. Now let's run this code. You can see the code has run very successfully. So you can actually find this data already input. And there is one way you can also be able to update this data and also delete the data. So if you want to delete the data, this is the query you will use. Okay, let me just use query you'll use. Let's say delete from account. Okay, and then you define where you want to delete. So I will say I want to delete this account email, which is equals to Tony@stack.com. That is what I want to delete. So I'll put that and then run this query. Yes, so account has been deleted successfully. You can see the query has actually run very successfully. And there are so many other queries that you can input. Like for example, if you want to update, let's say the inventory table, I will use the word set here to set this inventory into this. Okay, set this inventory into this, and use the term replace. Okay, this inventory here, replace that inventory there. I will problem I've used sorry, here this was supposed to be replaced, not, and then here I'm using caps. I don't know why. Yeah, just want to use small letters so that it can look beautiful. So invert description. Okay, so that is what I want to update. How do I want to update it into small interiors or something like that? So you want to define the interiors of a table. Okay, you want to define small interiors of a table. So I will say cap Okay, I'll say cap here like that, and then I'll say huge, from small interior to huge interior. Okay, and so like you're increasing the size of this table of inventory. And then you say where, I'll say in. Okay, that is also a table that was created, which is this one here, that has this man. Let's say General Motors Homer. Okay, so this is how you can actually be able to update any inventory and all that, and plus many other queries that we can write, so that we can be able to modify our database. This is it. Otherwise, thank you very much. God bless you. See you next time.